guys, welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl,
Ruka.
And Big Boy Summer here, bringing you a part 2 of Hot or Not.
Welcome to this episode of Hot or Not Part 2. Today, the Chronicles of IDHUN is in the hot seat again. We've already judged the first episode and binged the entire season. Is this anime certified hot or just a waste of time?
As always, please like, share and subscribe. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
First of all, what I'm going to say is that the choice to have this anime at only 5 episodes was a really poor decision. What can you actually do in 5 episodes? Seriously, what were they expecting to really accomplish with just 5 episodes?
See, now, if there were 5 episodes at an hour and a half or 2 hours each, could have done a little something. But they left it at 24 minutes. Standard time for 5 episodes to tell a whole story. What anime do you know that can happen with? Now, last time I said it was hot, and you said...
I said it wasn't.
So let's see what we think now. Ruka?
I felt like there were a lot of missed opportunities here. When Shale died, I didn't feel anything. They didn't create a connection between us and the characters, and they robbed us of what should have been a very sad death.
There was like 2 deaths at that point. Yeah, Shell actually died, maybe, who knows.
True.
But Alsan turned into something he's not, and could not lead the resistance for his own country. And that should have really been sad. But as Ruka said, I didn't care about no one. Like, literally, there was no one there that you were like, oh my days, no, oh no. Like, there was no reaction because nothing was built. No characters were built up, no relationships were fostered, nothing like that. You were given hints and glimpses of lots of things. It looked like Victoria had relationships with everybody. Now, I'm not trying to say that, she's, you know, but I'm just saying, it looked like everyone was trying to get a relationship with her, but no one actually succeeded in having a relationship with her. She became prickly off in the end as well. It just, yeah, it made no sense.
I feel like, again, this is down to the direction they decided to take this in and only giving 5 episodes. It's not the anime's fault. This reminds me of if Harry Potter was 5 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
There's no way you could get the depth of the characters in there. There's no way you would be able to get the relationships because there's not enough time. This anime definitely needed a lot of time. The worst thing about it is that you can actually tell that the story is really good.
Yeah.
But because they didn't actually spend the time to give us the correct amount of episodes and they didn't plan the episodes out well enough, it lacked a lot of energy. There was no suspense because how could there be any? And they just talked us to death. It's like they talked at us instead of showing us anything on the screen. It was quite disappointing that is the direction that they decided to go. So I really want to know who it was that decided 5 episodes was going to be enough for this, especially with how popular the series is and how many fans are out there.
Look, Ruka, we all know what it is, innit? Manga, anime, Netflix adaptation. I'm just saying, we've all seen the memes, we all know what we're talking about, and this was one of them situations. I mean, come on. How you got me rooting for the bad guy? I was on Kurtish's side by the end of it, because I was thinking he's the only one that's sort of almost maybe been fleshed out a bit, and he was still a one-dimensional Terminator style kind of character.
Yeah.
That's a bit nuts, fam. That's not how you write a story, or retell a story, I should say.
The worst thing is the writing was already done for them. The writing was already done, so they didn't really have to do much, just bring it to life, and they didn't do that. I'm really hoping that we do get another part to it, like we get a part 2 of the series and we get another 5 episodes or so to flesh this out a little bit more. I just feel they haven't done it justice whatsoever. I got the same feeling as, like, you know, when they did the adaptation of Death Note.
I did not watch it on principle, so no, I do not know, and I'm glad because everything I saw,
It hurt my soul. And again, that was Netflix, wasn't it?
Manga, anime, Netflix adaptation. I don't want a part 2 of this. What I want is like what they did with Full Metal Alchemist, and then brought out and then
But both of them were good though.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
But one was much better than the other. But it's glad that I watched it in the correct order. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you watched it backwards, you would have been like, huh? So that's what I want. I want a whole new team. I want a new crew. I want Netflix to keep its grubby little paws out of it. And I want it to be good. Come on, guys, make it good.
Let's talk a little bit about the story that we got from this anime adaptation.
Which 3? They all had enough screen time, the same amount. There was no main story, was there? Go on.
I actually liked the fact that Alson was turned into that beast hybrid.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I thought it was quite fun. I think once he gets a grasp of his powers, he's going to be quite unstoppable. I like him actually better as the beast than I did as the prince.
Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't see that coming though.
I mean, I didn't see it coming either. That was the one thing that I didn't find predictable. So they did a good job on that. I also think that it brought more depth to his character as well. I didn't really like him too much as the prince because he seemed to be such a hypocrite. He's talking about Jack having hatred, but I didn't actually see any hatred from Jack. I just saw him wanting to be a part of something, wanting to be included, and trying to be helpful, worth something, because he doesn't really have much else. And then you've got Alson on the flip side, getting really mad at Copt because he wouldn't let him see a sword.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of consistency. I agree. I mean, we had a character who knows nothing about anything, asking questions and not getting answered, but expected to behave himself. Like, it made no sense.
He was ignored so many times. Like, they just kept talking as if he wasn't even there. That was really rude. And it was quite stupid because as far as Jack knew, he was a human this whole time. And then his whole world is turned upside down. His parents have been killed. And now he's on the run and his life is in danger. He knows nothing about this world, but it seems like they're kind of just expecting him to know everything, while at the same time intentionally hiding things from him. I felt like it was really unfair.
And they sprung up the whole unicorn thing on him, but they already told Victoria.
Yeah.
And she's younger than him. So it made no sense.
I mean, she has been there longer, so I guess I could understand why she would know information that he doesn't, such as the language. She's learned a lot of it. She's learned to read and speak a lot of the language. Yeah,
but he's the bottom of the pile. He will feel the most isolated. He lost his mom and dad. I just don't feel sad for him. Like, I don't know. They didn't make it painful enough. They didn't show me his grieving process. They did, what was it, like a 4-month time skip or whatever? And yet he knew nothing.
I know.
Like, make it believable, guys. I mean, come on.
Another thing that I found quite unbelievable was that they didn't realize Elrond could shapeshift. He shapeshifted in, I think it was episode 2. He looked like that old man who had the book.
Mr. Perel.
That's right. And the thing that makes me believe that they didn't know Elrond could shapeshift is because they then went to London with no weapons, no disguises. I don't know, I was finding it hard to understand the choice to do that completely unprepared and then be shocked when things start to go wrong.
I also didn't know how to use traffic lights.
I know.
He's been there for 3 years and he doesn't know how to use traffic lights. He's hopped up and down the world, the whole world. Like, he's been popping around and he don't know about traffic lights.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. I mean, seriously. Be more believable.
I have to say that if nothing at all, this anime has actually made me want to go and look at the proper material. I want to actually listen to the real story because I know that this hasn't done it justice. I can tell, you could feel it. It just felt quite flat.
It was very hollow. You're right. Ricky, you called it, man. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I thought this might be hot.
I'm actually sorry to the fans because I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there so disappointed. You know when you have read like a light novel or you've like a manga or whatever, and then you're just waiting for it to come to life, and then they just give you crap.
Yeah, I know the feeling quite recently.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna read it.
You know what? Tell me about the story. Let me know how it goes, because I got too much on my plate right now. So, was it a heart for you?
No, it was not a heart. It remained a not heart. It was a waste of my time. I was bored for a lot of it, and it's only 5 episodes, and they're only 20 minutes long. I should have been able to sit through that with no problems, but I struggled.
Well, for me, it was a not also, and I was wrong in the beginning, thinking it was going to be a heart. That first episode was actually probably the best episode, and yeah. What a waste of my time. I am so sorry, guys, that I said it was a heart. No one follow me. Don't listen to me. I was wrong.
Well, that's our verdict. It was a waste of time. It was not hot. Let us know what you thought in the comments about this series as well. Were you disappointed when you actually saw this Netflix drivel? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.